Hi everyone, my name is Liz. So, when I first started this assignment, I was worried that I wouldn't be able to find the right way to represent this book. I decided on the book Orleans, the latest book we've read. Starting with the title on the cover, I chose black and red to represent the whole tribe's life because black was like such a strong color and I felt like it represented roots, and then the red just represented like the blood. The background behind the title is yellow. I felt like it showed looking beyond the horizon, facing east towards the sun, searching for a better life. I decided to go for a marsh look on the cover since it takes place in Louisiana. I drew the wall with the rope that Daniel used to climb over it, since it was the start and ending of his journey. I drew the tree because it's the place where Finn hides the stuff she doesn't want anyone knowing or anyone to see. It's the first place she hid the formula and the baby bottles for the baby girl. I also drew the figure of the girl holding the baby bigger than the male because I felt like Finn was the stronger character of the two, and I felt like it was more her journey into becoming not a better person, but someone who is better at communicating with people she doesn't know than it was Daniel's journey. I also placed the quarantine tape on the back because in the beginning that was the whole reason that Daniel was coming to over the wall. He wanted to, find the research so he can cure this Delta fever. It was his destiny, but that ended up being pushed aside because he was now in charge of taking care of that baby and getting over the wall. So then the final point was the river. The river was a really strong point in the book because, the tree was the starting point for Finn, but the river was the ending point for her, after she finds out that the baby has tainted blood. She's really upset, so she just kind of lets the water take her, and I guess the water kind of clarified things, and she realized that the baby was fine. So I felt like that this book produced a single story. A girl coming from a rough past, doing everything in her power to save the one thing that she can. And the one thing was her baby. Not her baby, but Lydia's baby. So I think the one thing I struggled with was sticking to a few things that represented this book in so many ways. But I really enjoyed being able to express the things that were important to both of them. And I took the excerpt of them, first, not them first meeting each other, but her assessing the situation, assessing her assets, as the quote on the back, because it really showed you who her character was in the beginning, but it hasn't shown you who she becomes in the end. Thank you for listening.